Hello, humans. Um, I'm going to share something with you today that I used to struggle with for a long time. Indecision. How to be more decisive, or how to stop being indecisive. How to stop sitting on the fence. Um, yeah, indecision. It's a terrible place to be. If you want a mediocre life, like I had, sit on the fence. Have no feelings about anything being neither here nor there. If somebody asks you, do you like strawberry or do you like chocolate? Say, I like them both. I don't mind one or the other. If somebody asks you, do you want to play soccer or do you want to play cricket? Say, it doesn't matter to me. We can do anything. Um, if somebody asks you, if somebody asks you, do you want to be a software developer or do you want to be a doctor? Say, I like them both. I can't decide. I hope somebody or something else will decide for me. Maybe God. Stop being indecisive. And it's easy to say that. It's easy to say, stop being indecisive. Once you are decisive. But life is supposed to be loved. Life is supposed to be great. Um, you already are great. You limit your greatness when you are indecisive. There's a few reasons why I was indecisive. I was afraid of what people thought of me. I tried to control their perception of me. When I can't do that, really. We all form perceptions of each other. And yes, it's not completely true, and it never will be completely true. But I can't control what you think of me. Anyway, so I was scared of what people would think of me. I was scared that I would make the wrong decision. I was scared that I wouldn't like it. But I have to sneeze. Sorry. I was scared that I would make the wrong decision. I was scared that people won't like me. I was scared that I wouldn't like the decision that I made. Um, Basically, I was scared. Now, I don't want a mediocre life. I never did. But it's only been recently that I decided that I want that that or decided that I'm going to live my life on purpose. And then I realized my indecisiveness, maybe that's a word, is what was keeping me stuck. So I'm going to share something that somebody said. They said, do something. Even if you do something wrong, even if the something that you do turns out to be wrong, two things can happen. Two things. You get to try again, make a different decision, and this time you get to learn from it. Um, you will know how to make a better decision. Think about a child, okay, a little toddler. There are many experiences that they don't have, that they don't know how to handle. For instance, I saw this one kid. He was sitting at a table at a wedding, and there was, the water, the jug with water on it, and it had a slice of lemon in it. And he asked his mother for the lemon. His mother gave him the lemon, and he enjoyed it thoroughly. He drank the water, he drank some water, it was done, and the lemon peel was left. He didn't know what to do with it. He knew not to throw it on the floor, but he didn't know what else to do with it. So he tried to throw it back into the water jug. And his mother was like, no, 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 don't do that. And I giggled because um, it made me realize that this was probably the first time that he'd ever done that. As parents, we sometimes worry, what are people going to think of me? What type of parent am I? And I imagine that his mother might have been thinking, these people think I'm raising an animal. Not, all I was thinking was, this was probably the first time that he ever did it. The first time he was ever in this situation. So he didn't know what to do. And he made a mistake, or he made a decision to do something. and he learned it was wrong. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. He made a decision and he went for it. If the decision turns out to be right, great. It's fantastic. But we so I must speak for myself. I was so scared of making the wrong decision because I was so scared of getting it wrong, thinking that getting it wrong would mean I'm a failure, I'm a terrible human being, blah, blah. I thought it would be the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Make a decision. Do something. Even if that something turns out to be wrong. You'll learn and you'll make a better decision later. So that's my insight into how to overcome indecision. Or rather, that's what I did to overcome indecision. Because it's hell. Like, I think of your definition of hell, a terrible place to be. It's a terrible place to be because if you sit in limbo, in that indecisive state, you are safe from the potentially bad things that could happen. So let's say you presented with a decision. And oh yeah, okay. Let's take trading, for example. You can sit and not trade, okay? Out of fear, not because it's your strategy. Of course, your strategy will tell you when to trade, blah. I'm not talking about that. You can sit and not trade out of fear. And you know what will happen? The price will go down, okay? And let's say you were going to make us a sell trade, okay? And the price goes down. You would have made money. And you're like, I should have went in for it. Or let's say the price goes up and you made a sell trade. Then you would have lost money. Now, you didn't do anything, remember now? And because you didn't do anything, you could see, I didn't lose any money. If it went up, if it went down, you could be like, I could have made so much money. And the prison of indecision will keep you there for the rest of your life. Every time a decision, something comes up where you have to make a decision, you'll be like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit in limbo. And then every moment or exciting adventure of your life will just drift past you because you'll be living in the state of, I could have done this, or thank goodness I didn't do that. That's the only place you'll ever be. Thank goodness I didn't do this. Thank goodness, I could have done that. The problem is you never do anything. You are meant to do stuff. And that's why it feels so bad. Because I struggle to believe that there's anybody on this planet Earth, any human, that can honestly say to themselves, I enjoy sitting in indecision. It feels terrible because there's a drive in us to do something. The world has taught us, society has made us believe that we have to get everything right all the time. No, that's how you learn. I read something, a little bumper sticker that said, if you don't fail, it means that you're not trying something new or you're not trying something hard enough. You are meant to do stuff, to do something, to live. Saying, I could have done this, or thank goodness I didn't do that. That's not living. Disclaimer, this is not a permission to go do something that you know is idiotic. What I'm saying is those moments when you don't know, is this a good idea or is this a bad idea? Do something. Make a decision. Say, I'm not going to do it, or say, I'm going to do it. But don't sit in limbo and wait for the time to pass and let time choose for you. Because it's always going to choose worse than you can. Choose something. Do something, even if it's wrong. Last point, quote that that stuck with me. Um, the best thing that you can do in any moment is the right thing. The second best thing that you can do in any moment is the wrong thing. But the worst thing that you can do in any moment is nothing. So do something, even if it might be wrong.